TNA Slammiversary was not what I expected. And I don't even know what I expected. The show wasn't good, wasn't bad either. It was just a show, and honestly, I walked out of it actually enjoying the show. Now, you probably don't care about anything else that happened on the show besides AJ Styles, so let's just get into that. Moose defended his X Division Championship against Slater. It was either Moose becoming the longest reigning X Division champion of all time, or Slater becoming the youngest X Division champion of all time. At the end of the day, it was Slater who managed to overcome Moose, and he's your new X Division champion, only for AJ Styles to come out with his old TNA theme song and all of that. And he got in the ring and he congratulated Slater, telling him you didn't deserve it, you earned that X Division championship, and he said the X Division championship is in good hands. And I don't know how to tell you this, AJ, but Slater is probably going to be in WWE within the next 3 years. Like, he's not going to be here for a long time. The guy has a lot of talent. WWE is already scouting him, most definitely. But I get the sentiment, and it must be cool for Slater to get that sentiment. When it comes to AJ Styles, I think it was cool, but I was kind of disappointed by that being it. I was under the assumption that AJ Styles is going to return and he's going to face Trick Williams face to face after Trick Williams retains the championship, and that's going to set up a massive match for Bound for Glory. But it kind of makes sense, because like, yeah, why would WWE give TNA such a major match? They can just do it on NXT. And it really just ended up feeling like a way to boost up ticket sales, and I mean, it was a cool moment. I liked it. It was fun seeing AJ Styles back in TNA, but overall I feel like there could have been done more. But hey, I enjoyed it. It was pretty cool, but like, we could have done so much more. And then the other major thing that happened on tonight's show is Jacy Jayne winning the TNA Knockouts Championship. She's now the dual NXT Women's Champion and TNA Knockouts Champion. She has a serious resume on NXT, and honestly, I think it's pretty cool. I've seen so much backlash to this online, and I totally get it. You know, I'm not gonna say it's not deserved, but I've really enjoyed Jacy Jayne's World Championship run. I think it's been pretty cool, and her somehow just getting all these accomplishments fucking magically has just been very entertaining to me. And her being a double champion, I feel like it's gonna be very entertaining. When it comes to Masha Slamovich, her reign has been pretty awful. I mean, her best feud, in my opinion, was one with a literal woman from NXT. As far as it went for her TNA Knockouts Championship run in regards to TNA, I think it was pretty bad. A lot of the times it felt rushed. It didn't feel that important. So I don't really mind the championship switching hands, and I think the way it switched hands is like very historic and it has a lot of potential. So I don't think it's necessarily a bad switch. I understand why a lot of TNA fans and fans in general might be upset, because NXT just came in, snatched TNA's chain, and just left with everything. Same with the main event. Trick Williams retains, but I think everybody expected this. It just kind of sucks that AJ Styles wasn't involved like everybody expected, but Trick Williams successfully retains the TNA World Championship. And now when it comes to Joe Henry and Santana, I don't know where they're going next. It didn't exactly turn out how I thought it would turn out, which would have set up for a pretty big moment. And I'm not sure where anything goes now. Like, who's Trick Williams going to face at Bound for Glory? Is it going to be Moose or someone? Because I don't know. I don't think they're going to run it back. Well, they probably will. They love running these types of matches back, but it would feel kind of weird, right? And when it comes to Joe Henry and Santana, I don't know where they go next. It feels like all they have left to do is win that TNA World Championship from Trick Williams. That's where their story ends, and I don't see where else we can go with them. But I am seated. I'm a bit unsure about the future. For the other championships, the Hardy Boys managed to successfully regain that tag team championships, and I think this is worth it. The Nemeth Brothers' reign has been pretty boring. I don't felt like it lived up to any expectations of that, and those tag team championships just feel so natural on the Hardy Boys. I don't know what it is, but those belts, it feels made for them, especially the TNA World Tag Team Championships. Now, I really love the spot where there were no ladders around, so Jeff Hardy just had some ladder drop down from the arena. One of those ladders you find at like camping grounds and stuff. There will be a picture of reference on the screen. So Jeff Hardy climbs, he gets the tag team championship. The Hardy Boys are your new tag team champions. Pretty cool, I love that result. But the key thing that happened is after the match, Bubba Ray Dudley, Bully Ray, whatever you want to call him, he comes out and he basically challenges the Hardy Boys to a match with Team 3D at Bound for Glory. God damn, I'm excited for this. That's all I gotta say. Like, I don't think the match is gonna be insanely good. I think it might be a bit sloppy, but I don't care. The first time I started watching TNA was around the time where the Wolves, Team 3D, and the Hardy Boys were having a best of 4 series for the TNA Tag Team Championships, and that was historic for me. I really love that. Well, not historic. This is what got me into tag team wrestling, then also in wrestling in general. So having Team 3D versus the Hardy Boys, well, over a decade later, it's gonna be sick. Even if the match is probably gonna suck, it's just one of those nostalgia matches, and I'm a sucker for nostalgia, so I'm down for this match, even if it's gonna be awful. And then when it comes to the other matches on the card, they were pretty good too. Mustafa Ali manages to defeat Cedric Alexander, finally getting his lick back from WrestleMania years ago. It was a pretty solid feud, I liked it, and I hope this is the start of Mustafa Ali going on a genuine high quality run. I think he can perfectly fit in as the next challenger for Leon Slater. And I mean, if you want to turn him slight babyface, have him go after Trick Williams and capture that championship. Mustafa Ali deserves that. You also had Indy Hartwell defeat Tessa Blanchard in singles match. That match was iffy. I mean, the match wasn't that good, but it was okay. I personally did enjoy the match. What happened after was Tessa Blanchard and Alicia Fox, Victoria Crawford, attacked Indy Hartwell and also the interviewer, Gia Miller, right? But they visually attack her, and Santino later during the night has to kick them out of the arena. So yeah, I'm excited to see where that goes. That's definitely a big storyline, and I hope it brings some personality to Tessa. As far as Indy Hartwell goes, I don't know what's next for her. I can see her going after that Knockouts Championship, but it feels like she's not big enough or at Masha Slamvich's level yet to be the next woman to hold that championship, but who knows, we'll see. You also had the System with Matt Cardona defeating NXT's DarkState, and while that was a good match, I didn't feel like it accomplished much. I feel like the loss hurts DarkState more than it gains anything for the System. And I get why they did it. It was to give TNA a big victory on a night where NXT just dog walked them. So it makes sense, but I feel like DarkState needed the momentum more. And for the System, the little falling out they've been having with Brian Myers falling out and leaning more towards Matt Cardona, that could have been a perfect way to explain why they lost. They weren't on the same page, weren't working together. DarkState managed to pick up the victory. You know, you build a story with the System, DarkState gets a major victory. I feel like that's where we should have gone, and we didn't. But, you know, I get why this happened. And that was TNA for you. I would say Slammiversary was a solid 7 out of 10. I mean, it was good. I was very entertained throughout the show. You know, can't really say it was a match that really took me out of it. But overall, I don't know how I feel about all the results. Like, it's basically NXT's developmental ground, and we all knew that was what was going to happen anyway. I think everybody understood that, but still, I don't know how I feel about this. I'm very conflicted. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I cover TNA and NXT weekly along with all the pay-per-views. So if that interests you, leave a like, subscribe. I hope to see you again soon.
Okay, bye.